Amen is right. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm humbled. I'm honored. And I couldn't be more grateful. Grateful to the voters of Tennessee, to our supporters. Grateful that you place your trust in us to lead this great state of Tennessee. The last 18 months have been some of the most extraordinary of my life. Maria and I have crisscrossed this entire state so many times we can't count. When we announced this campaign, we jumped into an old RV and we headed off to 95 counties in 95 days. And when we finished this campaign just this week, we finished out the same way, 95 counties in 95 days. And we didn't do that because we like living in an RV. Have you seen the inside of our RV? We did it because we feel called to serve. And because we have a vision for the future of this extraordinary state that we wanted to share. And that's why we ran a positive campaign from the very beginning to the very last day. Because we wanted to give a picture of what this state could look like if we unlock its potential. Now, before I continue on, I want to congratulate Carl Dean on a race well run. I know that it is a very difficult thing to run for governor, and it's tough to put yourself out there in front of the voters. But we need more engagement in this public discourse and not less. And he's to be commended for his commitment to Tennessee. And so I thank him for the race that he ran. We've debated differences, and there will always be disagreements, but no matter who you voted for, there's one thing that we can agree on. All of us agree that we care deeply about the future of the state of Tennessee. So the television ads that come down in the New York Times are gone, or they will be, if you go out and take them off, so please do. But I give you my word that I want to be the governor, and I will be the governor of every Tennessean. So I want to speak for just a minute for those who may not have voted for me tonight. I do. I want to speak just to those who may not have voted for me. I want them to know, every one of them, that from the bottom of my heart, I care about you, and I care about your family. And I'm going to do everything I can for those who didn't vote for me to ultimately make them be proud that I am their governor. Because I believe that Tennesseans, all Tennesseans, have more that unites us than divides us. And there was a great story in the paper this last week, if you read it, about Catherine and Billy that are neighbors. You may have read that story in the paper. They live on opposite sides of the street. They share different political views. They share meals together. They have different yard signs, but they can laugh about that, joke about that, and continue to be friends and neighbors. To me, that's a picture of what can be in the state of Tennessee going forward. It's an inspiration that I hope that we can all try to follow. E pluribus unum. It means out of many, one. It's our national motto. Os Guinness says it well when he said that E pluribus unum requires that Americans know what the unum means. And it's a unity that's achieved by embracing the fundamental things that are true to all Americans. Regardless of their culture or of their religious backgrounds, it means finding what binds us together, what makes us one state and one nation. And if we all take Catherine and Billy's example, Tennessee will be better off as a result of it. Over the course of this campaign, we met Tennesseans from every walk of life. Farmers who fed us, the small business owners who are drivers of our economy. We've met teachers and nurses who have helped build our communities. We've met with police officers and factory workers. And we've met with leaders in some of our most distressed neighborhoods who are working for a future for our neighbors that fights hopelessness. And all of them have shared with us their stories, their struggles, their hopes for the future. And what I've seen and heard from every person is this: Tennessee is a very good place to live. It's a very good place to raise a family. It's a very good place to work. But as good as Tennessee is, we can be better. It can become a place of opportunity for everyone. Over the past 8 years, we have made tremendous progress in the state, making sure that everyone has a good job, that everyone has a good school, that everyone has a safe neighborhood. We've moved in that direction, in part because of the remarkable leadership of Governor Bill Haslam. Governor Haslam and the General Assembly have moved this state forward. They have set us in the right direction, and I'm honored to be in the privileged spot of working on top of what has been built before us in leadership. But now isn't the time for us to slow down or to be complacent. We live in a remarkable state, but we have some remarkable challenges. And while many of our parts of our state are doing right well, we have many neighborhoods and many of our neighbors that are struggling. We've got kids living in very tough neighborhoods, going to failing schools and wondering if the American dream is available to them right here in Tennessee. Right now, violent crime is ticking up in every major city in our state. And I believe that every neighborhood and every community can be a safe place to live. But we need to give our police officers and our law enforcement the resources they need to protect us. And at the same time, we need to bring people together. And that means going into communities like the inner city and building trust by bringing leaders from our communities together with law enforcement, asking questions of the people doing the work, and leading a conversation about how together we can make our neighborhoods safe. We also need a criminal justice system that not only punishes crime justly, but as I've worked in criminal justice nonprofits for many years, we need a system that gives offenders the skills and resources to re-enter society and not just re-enter prison. It's not only our urban centers that are struggling and that have challenges. Right now, 15 Tennessee counties are designated distressed and poverty, and every one of them is rural. And that's why, as governor, I want to focus on giving the rural communities in our state the tools they need and the opportunities they need to thrive. You've heard me talk about my rural roadmap, and you've heard about that. It's time to implement some of those reforms. We need to end the opioid epidemic that's ravaging, especially in our rural communities. We need to expand broadband in our rural communities so that economic and educational opportunities that come with technology are not only available to those who live in our cities. And we need to be sure that the agricultural industry, which is the
And you are listening to the next governor of Tennessee, Republican Bill Lee, the businessman, the farmer from Middle Tennessee who soundly defeated Democrat and former national mayor Carl Dean.